Can you imagine 93,000 soldiers surrendering within 13 days? What a shame. Pakistan was not defeated in the battlefield only, defeated in the pages of history.
You cannot say that it is not a military defeat. After all, 93,000 prisoners of war were there. And that is the magnitude of the surrender, which has not happened since World War II.
Thanks to India government, India people, Indian, they not only supported war of liberation, also they gave shelter our refugees all.
India is celebrating Vijay Divas on December 16 to commemorate the 51st anniversary of its win over Pakistan in 1971 war. Around 93 armed Pakistani soldiers surrendered before the Indian Army on this day. This was the largest surrender since World War II. The Indian Army brought Pakistan to its knees in just 13 days, forcing them to sign a ceasefire agreement. But before we talk about the Indian Army's valor, let's go back to how the war started. What led to 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War? On December 7, 1970, the first general elections were held in Pakistan to elect members of the National Assembly. Voting took place across 300 constituencies, of which 162 were in East Pakistan and 138 in the West. The elections saw a fierce contest between two social democratic parties, that is, Pakistan People's Party in the West and the Awami League in the East. Pakistan People's Party was led by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, whereas Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the head of Awami League. The Awami League won an absolute majority of 160 seats in the elections, while Pakistan People's Party won only 81 seats. However, Awami League's victory did not go well with the military dictator of Pakistan, General Yahya Khan and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Both of them did not want a party from East Pakistan to head the federal government.
पाकिस्तान में इलेक्शंस हुई थी जिसमें कि मुजीबुर रहमान की अवामी लीग बांग्लादेश में बहुत ज़बरदस्त प्रचंड बहुमत से आई थी और कायदे से उसको पाकिस्तान का प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनना चाहिए था। प्राइम मिनिस्टर तो बनना दरकनार, उन्होंने वहाँ पे उल्टा जो है दमन चक्र शुरू कर दिया कि कोई बंगाली पाकिस्तान का प्राइम मिनिस्टर नहीं बन सकता।
Despite Mujibur Rahman being the deserving candidate, Yahya Khan appointed a veteran Bengali politician, Nurul Amin, as the Prime Minister. This sowed the seed of the Indo-Pakistan War of 1971. This triggered unrest in East Pakistan, which later escalated into a civil war. Operation Searchlight. On the night of March 25, 1971, the Pakistani army officially launched its genocide in East Pakistan, aiming to wipe out an entire generation of Bengalis. The Pakistan military unleashed death squads who reportedly massacred around 7,000 unarmed innocent Bengalis in a single night. Intellectuals, activists, artists, journalists, politicians, and commoners, nobody was spared. During the 9-month war, 3 million Bengali civilians were killed and more than 2 lakh women were violated. Around 10 million people took refuge in India, while 30 to 40 million people were displaced internally.
वहाँ पे जिस कदर का दमन चक्कर हुआ वो उन्होंने वहाँ पे टिक्का खान को भेजा ऑपरेशन क्रैकडाउन, ऑपरेशन सर्चलाइट के लिए, और सर्चलाइट के चलते उन्होंने ढाका में कत्लो गारत शुरू किया। फिर ढाका से फैलकर वो सारे शहरों गांवों में उन्होंने बांग्लादेश के ऐसा भीषण कत्लेआम मचाया कि लाखों की तादाद में रिफ्यूजी, कोई 10 करोड़ रिफ्यूजी जो है वो भारत में भाग आए।
When and why India decided to liberate East Pakistan? India was overburdened with the continuous flow of refugees from East Pakistan. As Pakistan atrocities continued to increase, then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi decided to take action against Pakistan. On May 15, 1971, the Indian Army launched Operation Jackpot and started providing training, arms, money and equipment supplies to the fighters of Mukti Vahini. Mukti Vahini was the military, paramilitary and civilian army of East Pakistan. Its objective was the independence of East Pakistan through guerrilla warfare. The Indian Army had not yet joined the battle itself. But in December 1971, Pakistan gave us a reason to do so. On December 3, 1971, the Pakistani Air Force attacked the western regions in anticipation of an attack from India. By the morning of December 4, India officially declared war against Pakistan.
जनरल मानिक शाह भी बहुत दूरदर्शी थे। उन्होंने कहा था कि दोनों साइड में, ईस्ट में, वेस्ट में, दोनों साइड में ही लड़ाई होनी है, तो इसके लिए हमें पूरी तरह तैयारी कर लेनी चाहिए और तभी लड़ाई शुरू होनी चाहिए। तो उन्होंने उस समय के प्रधानमंत्री को बताया कि हमें आप टाइम दीजिए, लड़ाई के लिए हम थोड़ा टाइम चाहते हैं, पूरी तैयारी कर लें। तो इस तरह प्रॉपर मूवमेंट, इक्विपमेंट का प्रोविजन और सारा पैराफर्नेलिया, प्लानिंग वगैरह एक्सरसाइजेस कंडक्ट की गई। 3 दिसंबर को जो एयर रेड्स हुई पाकिस्तान की तरफ से, वो क्लियर था कि लड़ाई उनकी तरफ से शुरू हुई और हमने रिटेलिएशन में, उनके जवाब में लड़ाई की और ईस्ट में भी, वेस्ट में भी हमने हर जगह फतेह पाई।
Battle of Longewala. On the night of December 4, a large Pakistani armored infantry force advanced across the international border to capture Ramgarh and neutralize the airfield in Jaisalmer. On the way, 18 km from the international border was BSF's Longewala post, held by the company of 23 Punjab Regiment, commanded by Major Kuldeep Singh Chandpuri. Without any reinforcement, Major Chandpuri has a choice of carrying out a tactical retreat towards Ramgarh or staying there to resist the attack as long as possible.
लोंगेवाला युद्ध हमारा सबसे मशहूर युद्ध है वेस्टर्न थिएटर का। हमारी एक कंपनी थी पंजाब रेजिमेंट की, चांदपुरी, मेजर चांदपुरी साहब के नीचे, जो बाद में ब्रिगेडियर के रैंक पे रिटायर हुए, और वो एकमात्र चौकी थी और पाकिस्तान ने वहां भारी टैंकों से हमला किया।
Despite being surrounded by the vastly superior Pakistani force of tank and infantry, Chandpuri with his men resolutely defended their post with sustained and accurate fire. "120-odd soldiers of the Indian Army fought against 4,000 Pak soldiers and deterred the enemy from launching the actual assault. On the morning of December 5, IAF Hunter aircraft took off from the newly commissioned airfield of Jaisalmer and wreaked havoc on enemy armor, forcing them to retreat. The Hunters' merciless attack on the enemy left a trail of destroyed tanks, vehicles and equipment right into the enemy territory.
पूरी रात इन्होंने माइन बिछाकर और अपनी एंटी टैंक गनों से और ये वो पाकिस्तान के तकरीबन कोई 50 टैंक 60 टैंक जो उस तरफ गड़गड़ाते आ रहे थे उन्हें रोक कर रखा। सुबह हमारी एयरफोर्स आई और हमारे हंटर ने सॉर्टी पे सॉर्टी करी और तमाम टैंक तबाह कर दिए। पाकिस्तान को उल्टे बांस बरेली को भागना पड़ा। ये बड़ा मशहूर युद्ध है वहाँ पे। अगर वो कंपनी उस तरह जो है डंके की चोट पे वहाँ पे अड़ नहीं जाती मेजर चांदपुरी की कमांड में, तो शायद इतिहास बदली होता, बहुत सारा राजस्थान हमें खोना पड़ता।
Operation Trident. In the wee hours of December 5, 1971, the Indian Navy planned to launch Operation Trident, a devastating attack on the Pakistan Naval Headquarters of Karachi. The Indian Navy fleet entered Pakistani waters through Gujarat's Okha port. The fleet attacked minesweepers PNS Muhafiz, disintegrating the vessel before it could send a signal to the Pakistan Naval Headquarters. Around 33 Pakistani sailors of the PNS Muhafiz were reportedly killed in the attack. Thereafter, the fleet launched a missile attack at the Pakistani vessels PNS Khyber and sunk it, killing 222 Pakistani sailors. India did not suffer any loss during the operation or report any casualty during the mission-making Operation Trident, one of the most successful operations conducted by the Indian Navy. Pakistan signs Instrument of Surrender. On December 16, 1971, Pakistan was defeated and forced to publicly surrender to India, the largest military surrender since World War II. Around 93,000 soldiers from the Pakistan army laid down their arms in front of the Indian forces.
पाकिस्तानी का आदमी लोग ना है ना कॉमन पीपल उसके इतना पता नहीं था fully. They were aware but not so much aware. They are hiding all facts. And international media they are using like Europe or America, China, those. And if common people convinced कर दिया इतना genocide नहीं हो रहा, but they are wrong, historically incorrect. That's the reason truth has triumphed and they have faltered. Can you imagine 93,000 soldiers surrendering within 13 days? What a shame. Pakistan was not defeated in the battlefield only, defeated in the pages of history. This is very important.
The Instrument of Surrender was signed between General Officer Commanding-in-Chief of Indian Eastern Command, Lieutenant General Jagjit Singh Arora, and Commander of Pakistan Eastern Command, Lieutenant General Niazi, on December 16, 1971. Now, Dhaka became a free capital of a free country. Hence, history was rewritten and Bangladesh was born.
You know, 1971, when war started, my father was arrested. My mother was in custody, me too, and I was expecting my first baby. But I thanks to India government, India people, Indian, they supported our,
War of Independence.
War of Liberation. They not only supported War of Liberation, also they gave shelter our refugees.